come ride with me. It's time to saddle up, right away. There's so much to see. Don't worry, I know the trails, I know the way.
Spur leathers, are another opportunity for stuff to be ostentatious and leatherwork designs and all kinds of things. But there's basically three styles that you're going to see. Putting them on your spurs with all of them, the only real thing that matters is that the buckle winds up on the outside. So this spur with that buckle right there is obviously my right spur. Okay, and I've got the silver mounting on the spur facing on the outside, so that's a right hand spur. Sometimes people will become fooled because you have the majority of the leather on the outside, and I'd say this leather out here is nothing functional. All the mass of it and the tooling on it at all is completely aesthetic. Okay, this is probably a more common style that you'll see, and again, this would be my right spur, and you can see that the shank angle's in. Got the buckle on the outside, but this spur has got the mass of the leather on the spur leather is on the inside. This actually is a bit functional. If you can see where all the wear is on that spur leather right there, that's rubbing the inside of my stirrups and stuff, because you are bringing your legs to the inside. So if you're trying to save your boot, a wear leather that has its mass on the inside is actually going to be functional, whereas this one, you can see there's no wear on that outside, and there's no wear on the inside because it's not big enough to be where my boot would be rubbing on my spur leather or stirrup. Okay, now another question that I get asked a fair bit is about how you best get these leather spur straps onto the buttons and mount it onto your spurs. What I just said is important because you want to get it on there correctly the first time. You don't want to go through that multiple times. So, of course, the best answer for how to get that on is animal sacrifice. Okay, if you have a neighbor that has a Yorkie or maybe a cat that you don't like or something, you offer that up to the Greek god of stirrup leathers, and that's your best bet, truly. In all seriousness, probably the simplest thing that I would tell you to do would be to, when you have the leather off, you just want to really bend and work that area where the button is going to go in. Another little tip would be to get some warm water and soak just that area of the button in that water for a couple of minutes, and that'll help soften the leather, and it'll make it a lot more pliable to fit over that button. And then once you have them on your spurs, you can add a little saddle soap or oil or something and kind of preserve the leather. But that's the easiest way to get these on. I don't have any real good tip for you. I mean, it's hard on your fingers. It's just one of those pain in the neck sort of things. But hey, toughen up, Buttercup. It's cowboy life.